Hi guys, welcome to my channel. For viewers who saw the last video, we created this one. Now for new viewers, this was basically a paper sketch, all individual letters. There was the S, the A and the Z, and I combined them in Photoshop. And then we put some colors down, basically some light, some shadows, a lot of corrections to be made, but this is what we ended up with last time. Now I'm gonna dive straight into it, and I'm gonna show you one way of creating light on your drawings. So this is my wall, and I want to have a cast shadow somewhere over here, and for the floor the same thing. I want to create some cast shadows. Now I'm gonna only explain to you, I'm gonna show you all, but I'm gonna explain to you how I go about creating cast shadows. Like this part is in the wall, so I create a cast shadow or drop shadow, whatever you want to call it. I go to my wall layer and I create a new one above it and call it guide. Just that's what basically it is. So we're going to take a 2-point round brush. I'm going to go in something like this. But first, before I'm going to draw something, I'm going to create a path that represents my shadow. Just basically getting that all the way down, something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect yet, so I'm gonna zoom in now. Now it has to be right. Adjust the points. This one is right. Make sure the angle is okay. It kind of looks good. And that's our path. That's our path that's going to create our light in the background. Now, in my guide, make sure I'm on that layer. I'm just going to outline it. Just going to outline my path. So at least I got a reference. Now, I can turn that guide off because I won't really need it. But I'm going to draw in a new layer. I click on my wall layer, create a new layer. Name that light wall. Very basic. Now I'm gonna select, I'm gonna show you the whole thing so it's very clear. I'm gonna select my wall layer because that's where I want to create light now. So I got my wall layer and I'm gonna bring up my path so you can see this is the path we just created. I'm gonna subtract that from my selection. I'm gonna zoom all the way out and make sure I'm in my light wall layer. I'm gonna hide my selection, and that's Command H or Control H. I'm gonna pick a big round soft brush. This is the default setting. This is not a special brush, no special things, just a big round soft brush. And soft, it should be at 0. And I'm gonna get my swatches out, like so. This is my darkest light. Select that. And just gonna fill it in, the whole thing. So it has full opacity. My light has full opacity. Make sure my brush is on normal and no blending modes. That's very important. Now go a little bit higher. Take it across. Even more lighter. Something like this. And to create a higher contrast over here, some extra light over here. And that's basically how I go about putting in some lights. Now there's a couple of things I need to do more before it just doesn't look right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my wall layer. I'm gonna pick the darkest color I need and make it a little bit darker over here. Now I'm gonna come back to the guide. Why I created the guide, this was not very necessary for this little part, but it is important for the floor. As you can see, I already did that. I already decided where my shadows should be. But now this guide is really useful to start creating my path for the bottom, for my cast shadow at the bottom. And basically, I'm gonna do the same thing for the floor as I did for the wall. But for now, I'm just gonna time lapse the rest of it. And the next thing I'm gonna do is gonna be straight in the time lapse as well, is gonna adjust some colors on my drawing. Because what will end up is I'm gonna have some basic shadows and I'm gonna have some basic lights. And then I wanna make sure that all my shadows connect. A drawing is more consistent, is more appealing to the eye if all the shadows connect. And you can determine that by just squinting your eyes, just close them up a little bit, and then you get a clear distinction between values. Make sure all your shadows connect, or at least try to, so you get a coherent drawing. Quick interruption. I'm gonna start out with telling what I did for the past time lapse. Mainly is just lower the contrast over here and up the contrast over here. Objects that appear further from the viewer, lower in contrast and in saturation most of the times. The other way around happens to the front. Objects that appear closer will higher the contrast and higher the saturation. Now, I didn't keep in mind the saturation over here because it's not that far away from us or that close to us, so that's of less importance for us, but that's just mainly what I wanted to explain. This means also that these cast shadows, they should be a little bit softer because I think way too harsh right here. So that's some stuff that I'm gonna work on, address on this next part of the time lapse.